All right, so we are back in the ShowFlow studios, and we are going to be looking at the Serpent Column that was dedicated after the Battle of Plataea in 479 BC. That was a year after the Battle of Salome happened, in which the Athenian navy routed Xerxes' troops, sending Xerxes and most of his army back to Persia. He did leave a general named Marcedonius in Greece in hopes of turning the tide of the war. Now Marcedonius set himself up near the area of Plataea, and he was met by a Spartan-led coalition of about 31 polises, led by the Spartan general Pausanias. In that battle, Marcedonius sees an opportunity to defeat the Greeks. Unfortunately for him, he was actually killed in this combat, leading to the Spartan victory. Originally, Pausanias inscribed on this column his name as the dedicator. You can imagine that the rest of the Greeks were none too pleased with that idea and petitioned to have this changed. We are told that the column itself was made out of the melted down weapons and armor left by the Persians, and so it was fitting that the names of the Greeks who participated in the battle were actually inscribed on the serpent coils leading up to the golden tripod. We also have a list by Herodotus that also tells us the names of those who participated in this war. So if you play AC Odyssey, then you actually know that Herodotus is one of our buddies, so I really like that detail. We are also told by Pausanias, the writer, not the general, that the tripod that sits on top of this column was actually stolen in the Third Sacred War, so it only lasts for a couple of generations. It was actually stolen by the Phocians to be melted down to fund their war effort. The column itself stood for quite a long while and was only taken down by the Emperor Constantine I to be moved to his newly found city, Constantinople. He put it in the Hippodrome. So the Hippodrome is that racetrack, that very famous racetrack in the middle of Constantinople, and it stood as a prize for the city. Today, only part of it still remains, so you can actually go to Constantinople and see part of the column, and actually in one of the museums, one of the snake heads still survives. Now, in the city of Delphi, they've actually put up a replica in just about the same spot as the original on the southeast side of the temple. Now, leave it up to you as to whether you'd be interested in going and seeing the original in the city of Istanbul, as well as one of the snake heads that still survives, or whether you'd be interested in going to the Sanctuary of Delphi and seeing the serpent column replacement